Deep in the heart of British Columbia, a colossal project is underway. The Site C Dam, a $12 billion endeavor, promises to reshape Canada's energy landscape. This megadam has sparked intense debate, dividing the nation. Is it a symbol of progress or an impending disaster? The dam's supporters tout its potential for clean energy and economic growth. They argue that Site C will power homes and industries for generations to come. Critics, however, see it as an environmental catastrophe in the making. They point to the dam's impact on wildlife, Indigenous lands, and the delicate ecosystem of the Peace River. This is a story about the complex choices we face in the 21st century. It's about balancing our need for energy with our responsibility to protect the planet. It's about the legacy we leave for future generations. Let's explore the story of the Site C Dam and ask ourselves, what price are we willing to pay for progress? The Site C Dam is not the first to rise along the mighty Peace River. Its history is etched with the stories of two previous dams, the Bennett Dam and the Peace Canyon Dam. These structures, built in the 1960s, forever altered the river's flow and the lives of those who depended on it. The Bennett Dam, a marvel of engineering at the time, harnessed the river's power to generate electricity. It created a massive reservoir, flooding vast tracts of land. The Peace Canyon Dam, smaller in scale, followed soon after, further taming the wild river. These projects brought both benefits and consequences. They provided much-needed electricity and spurred economic development. However, they also displaced communities, flooded Indigenous hunting grounds, and disrupted the river's natural rhythm. The Site C Dam, if completed, will be the third chapter in this complex saga. It will add to the legacy of the Peace River, a river forever marked by human ambition. Building a mega dam is a monumental undertaking, a testament to human ingenuity and a dance with nature's raw power. The Site C Dam is no exception. From the outset, engineers have faced a unique set of challenges in constructing this massive structure. One of the biggest hurdles has been the region's geology. The Peace River Valley, carved by glaciers over millennia, presents a complex underground landscape. The bedrock is not as stable as initially thought, requiring extensive reinforcement and design modifications. Engineers have had to adapt their plans, devising innovative solutions to overcome these obstacles. One such innovation is the use of an L-shaped buttress, a massive concrete support structure. This design element helps to distribute the dam's immense weight and enhance its stability. The construction of Site C is a constant push and pull, a delicate balance between human ambition and the unyielding forces of nature. The promise of clean energy often comes at a price, and the Site C Dam is no exception. The dam's construction and operation have significant environmental consequences, raising concerns about the project's true impact. One of the most pressing issues is habitat loss. The dam's reservoir will flood over 100 kilometers of river valley, submerging critical habitats for a variety of species. This will displace wildlife, disrupt migration patterns, and potentially push some species closer to the brink. The dam will also alter the river's flow and water quality. The Peace River is a vital artery for fish populations, including endangered salmon. The dam's presence will impede their migration and could harm their spawning grounds. The environmental cost of Site C is a sobering reminder that even renewable energy projects can have lasting impacts on the natural world. Section 5, a land uprooted, First Nations, and the fight for their rights. For the Indigenous communities who have called the Peace River Valley home for millennia, the Site C Dam represents more than just an environmental threat. It's an assault on their culture, their history, and their very way of life. The dam's construction has already disrupted traditional hunting, fishing, and gathering grounds. The flooding caused by the reservoir will submerge sacred sites and ancestral burial grounds, severing the deep spiritual connection that these communities have with the land. First Nations groups have been vocal in their opposition to the project, arguing that their treaty rights have been violated. They claim that they were not properly consulted about the dam's impact and that their concerns have been ignored. The fight over Site C is about more than just energy. It's about justice, respect, and the recognition of Indigenous rights. Section 6, Powering Prosperity, the economic engine of Site C. Proponents of the Site C Dam argue that its economic benefits far outweigh its costs. They point to the project's potential to create jobs, boost the economy, and secure Canada's energy future. The construction of Site C has created thousands of jobs, providing employment opportunities in a region hungry for economic development. The dam's operation will require a skilled workforce for decades to come, ensuring long-term economic stability. Moreover, the dam is expected to generate a significant amount of clean, renewable energy. This will reduce Canada's reliance on fossil fuels and contribute to its climate change goals. Supporters argue that the Site C dam is a wise investment in the future, one that will pay dividends for generations to come. Section 7. Liquid gold or greenwashing, the LNG controversy. The Site C dam has become entangled in a broader debate about Canada's energy future and its role in the global liquefied natural gas market. Critics argue that the dam's true purpose is not to provide clean energy for Canadians, but to power energy-intensive LNG operations. They point to the fact that the demand for electricity in British Columbia is not expected to grow significantly in the coming years. The surplus energy generated by Site C, they argue, will likely be used to power LNG terminals, which require vast amounts of electricity to convert natural gas into LNG for export. This has led to accusations of greenwashing, with critics claiming that the dam is being marketed as a clean energy project while actually facilitating the expansion of the fossil fuel industry. The debate over LNG highlights the complex relationship between energy, economics, and environmental sustainability. Section 8. A dam in the global energy landscape, Canada's role. The Site C dam is not just a local issue. It's a microcosm of the global energy challenges we face. As the world grapples with climate change and the need to transition to cleaner sources of energy, large-scale hydroelectric projects like Site C are at the center of the debate. Canada, with its abundant natural resources, has the potential to be a leader in renewable energy. However, projects like Site C highlight the difficult choices that must be made in balancing economic development, environmental protection, and social justice. The decisions made about Site C will have implications far beyond Canada's borders. They will set a precedent for how we approach large-scale energy projects and the trade-offs we are willing to make in the pursuit of a sustainable future. Section 9. Beyond kilowatts, the social impact of large-scale projects. The true cost of a project like Site C cannot be measured in dollars and cents or even in tons of carbon emissions. It's essential to consider the social impact, the human side of this complex equation. The dam's construction has already displaced families and disrupted communities. The influx of workers has strained local resources and infrastructure. The social fabric of the region is being tested and the long-term consequences are still unfolding. Moreover, the dam has exacerbated tensions between the government, First Nations communities, and environmental groups. The erosion of trust and the escalation of conflict are intangible but significant costs that must be factored into the equation. Section 10. Weighing the scales, progress or disaster. The Site C dam stands as a stark reminder of the complexities of progress in the 21st century. It represents both the promise of clean energy and the potential for environmental and social harm. There are no easy answers, no black and white solutions. The debate over Site C forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about our energy consumption, our relationship with the natural world, and our responsibility to future generations. It's a debate that transcends national borders, one that resonates with communities facing similar challenges around the world. As we weigh the scales of progress and disaster, we must ask ourselves, what kind of future are we building? Section 11. Your turn. Join the conversation. The Site C dam is more than just a construction project. It's a catalyst for a crucial conversation about our energy future. It's a conversation that requires all of us to engage with the complexities of the issue, to listen to diverse perspectives, and to demand transparency and accountability from our leaders. What do you think? Is the Site C dam a necessary step towards a sustainable future, or is it an environmental and social disaster in the making? Share your thoughts and join the conversation. The future of our planet depends on it.